Nestled in the Vale of Loidas, the estate sits some 1,200 feet above sea level amidst some of Jamaica's most imposing mountain terrain, the Juan de Bolas Mountains, Mount Russell, and miles of Cockpit Country all smile down on the stunning vista that is the Worthy Park Estate. Established in 1670 as a gift to Lieutenant Price for his services to Cromwell during the English capture of Jamaica from the Spanish in 1655, it has expanded ever since through the purchase of adjoining properties. Acres and acres of cane fields surround the estate's factory, distillery, and other main buildings. Contrasting images characterize the property: hills and valleys, caves and ponds, old and new, history and innovation, all combine to give Jamaica one of its most beautiful and secluded stretches of land. The Spanish Town Archives has documented proof of rum production at Worthy Park as early as 1741. Ownership of the estate has been maintained by only 3 families and has rested in the hands of the Clark family since 1918.
Hi, I'm Gordon Clark from Worthy Park Estate in St. Catherine. Worthy Park has been around for hundreds of years, but in my family since 1918. It was bought by my great-grandfather, Fred Clark. After he passed away, his 3 sons ran the estate. That would be Clement Clark, Owen Clark, and George Clark. On the 3rd generation, we have Robert Clark and Peter McConnell as managing directors. And I'm in the 4th generation, and I'm the director responsible for the rum division. Worthy Park has always made sugar, but in 2005, we built a brand new distillery, and our first product was Rum Bar White Overproof Rum. Second product was Rum Bar Rum Cream, and we have also Rum Bar Vodka and Rum Bar Gold Rum.
Rum Bar Rum is the flagship expression of the Rum Bar family. Hand blended and bottled at 63% alcohol per volume. It is a white overproof rum boasting a bold flavor. It is 100% pot still distilled, easy drinking and smooth. Rum Bar Gold is the premium blended gold rum that has been aged in once-used American white oak barrels and bottled at 40% alcohol per volume. The 4-year-old age statement on the label indicates the minimum age of any rum in the blend. Rum Bar Rum Cream is made from our Rum Bar rum, real cream, and other ingredients, bottled at 15% alcohol by volume, making it a perfect drink to be enjoyed on its own, on the rocks, or even in your morning coffee. Rum Bar Vodka comes in 2 different flavors, classic and green apple. Both are grain-based and quadruple distilled for maximum smoothness and flavor. Now let's take a look at where the rum comes from. All Worthy Park rums start with the growing of sugarcane. The estate itself has over 3,000 acres of sugarcane fields, complemented with over 1,800 acres being cultivated outside of the estate. In addition to the cane produced from these fields, Worthy Park purchased additional cane from local farmers located in and around the countryside. There are different sugarcane varieties with varying levels of yield based on the type of soil and terrain under cultivation. The Loidas Vale acreage is designed with careful consideration given to planting and drainage, soil type, and the method of harvesting the field. While manual harvesting is the preferred method for sugarcane, Worthy Park also uses harvesters to increase the speed of cultivation. So what happens after the cane is harvested? Once cane is received, it is analyzed for mud, fiber and sugar content, then sent to the sugar factory where processing begins. The cane pieces that are collected from the harvester are separated from the long stalks that are manually cut and purchased from the local farmers. The cane is washed to remove as much mud as possible, then moved into the shredder that exposes the fibers for juice extraction. There is a 5-stage mill tandem that maximizes the extraction of juice from the cane. The multiple mills ensure a high yield of juice and helps Worthy Park maintain its position as the most efficient sugar producer on island. The leftover fiber, known as bagasse, is sent to the boilers that produce steam to power equipment in the factory. The juice is sent to a clarifier that separates and sends the mud to a rotary vacuum filter for final filtration. As you can see, quality control is important at each step of sugar production. Once clarified, a 5-vessel series of evaporators thicken the juice into a syrup, where it is pumped into vacuum pans. This is where sugar crystals are grown. Different grades of sugar and molasses are produced, and they are sent into a centrifuge to separate the sugar from the molasses. The A and B grades are commercial grade sugar and are shipped out. The C grade sugar is remelted into syrup. The final molasses produced is then sent to the distillery for rum production. Living the motto of quality and efficiency, Worthy Park has been rated as the most efficient sugar production operation in Jamaica every year since 1968. Construction of the distillery started in 2004 and it was opened in mid-2005, giving Jamaica its newest and most state-of-the-art distillery. Various marks of rum are produced at the distillery, all of which use different types or strains of yeast. One type of rum is high ester rum, which uses wild yeast to give the rum a strong flavor. It is propagated in large wooden vessels made out of American white oak and mixed with cane juice, molasses, cane stalks, and other special ingredients for up to 3 months. Fermentation is the process of the yeast consuming the sugar content of the molasses and converting it into alcohol. The molasses is pumped into 6 tanks where, depending on the type of rum being produced, takes between 30 hours up to 3 weeks. The molasses is diluted, acidity is adjusted, and a selection of yeast variety and nutrients are added to create a friendly environment for yeast to multiply.
This is fermenter 1. It is on the ready stage for distillation. After you do a Brix count and sugar test coming down, and you got 2 consecutive readings on a fermenter, that is called a dead wash. After that process, you give it rest time for like 8 or more hours to ready for distillation. Over here, we also have the heat exchanger running and process to help cool down the fermenter because they don't really want the heat level to rise and get low alcohol percentage in it. We're trying to aim for a better cooling on it so we can get a high alcohol percentage out of it. So while we have this running and everything, cooling is been done, taking place in the heat exchanger lower down at the fermenter to get everything up and running. So you can also take a look and see how active this fermenter is also.
The detailed blending and mixing process is controlled in the distillery lab. This involves testing the individual ingredients of the rum prior to usage, as well as the quality of the components at each stage of the production. The quality of the incoming water and the water treatment systems, cooling tower, and boiler are all tested. Molasses quality and sugar content are also examined with continuous control checks throughout fermentation and distillation. The distillery lab also has a microbe section for cultivation of the other 2 yeast types used in rum production: activated dry yeast and an isolated proprietary native yeast. Worthy Park has cultivated its own proprietary strain of native yeast acquired from the cane stalks on the estate. Having isolated and extensively tested this particular strain, it was selected for usage and is a large part of the success of Worthy Park's rum. A batch of this yeast strain has also been sent overseas for safekeeping in a yeast bank. Should the local yeast culture be lost, it can always be retrieved and production can continue. Worthy Park distills its rum in the traditional Jamaican method, using a 3-vessel copper pot still, crafted by Forsyth in Scotland, the industry leader in pot still manufacturing. This 100% copper still design results in heavy-bodied rum, loaded with esters and congeners. What that really means is, it produces a full-flavored rum. The wastewater or dunder left over after distillation is used as fertilizer on their very own cane fields. Before the dunder leaves the distillery, it is cooled via a heat exchanger that preheats the wash prior to entering the pot still. Worthy Park is the only distillery on island that features a CIP or clean-in-place system that is mostly found in breweries. This series of dedicated pipes and tanks ensures a high level of sanitation and cleaning, giving them a consistent product. No rum is sent for bottling or aging until the quality is tested with a state-of-the-art gas chromatograph, which tests all the individual alcohol components to ensure consistency in all of the products. All of the aged rum is stored in once-used American white oak barrels. The barrels were previously used in the making of bourbon, and the majority of our barrels come from the Jack Daniel's distillery in Tennessee. These 200-liter barrels weigh 500 pounds when full. Once they are filled, they are stacked and secured in an inbound warehouse for aging. Worthy Park has been aging rum since the opening of the distillery in 2005. During the aging process, between 4% and 6% per annum will evaporate through the cracks of the barrel, adding to the cool, delicious scent and atmosphere in the bonded warehouse. This lost rum is known as the Angel's Share and is one of the accepted effects of aging, also one cause of the higher production cost of aged rum. Not all rum, whether aged or unaged, is bottled. A significant amount of rum is designated for the bulk export market and is shipped worldwide. A small amount is sent to different local partners such as True Juice for use in Calico Jack, Rum Punch, and to Creamy for use in their rum and raisin ice cream. All rum bar products are bottled at the distillery. The bottling process uses both a manual production line, which has the added benefit of flexibility in production, and an automated line to improve the speed and efficiency with high volume products. The workers spot check the rows of bottles for any imperfections as the quality control continues. Production line includes several stops before the final product is ready for packaging. These stages include bottle washing, filling, capping, inspection, and labeling. At the final stage, the bottles are packed for shipping to a retailer or a bar near you. Rum bar's popularity, quality, and efficiency are no secret to the international arena either, where various awards have been bestowed on its different products. Rum Bar Rum has been recognized internationally by the Spirit Business magazine in their Rum Masters Tasting Competition. The brand won gold medals in 2009 and 2010 and a Master's Medal, the highest accolade offered in both 2011 and 2015. At the Italian Show Rum Festival in 2014, Rum Bar Rum won a Best in Class. Also in 2015, Rum Bar Rum picked up a silver medal at the China Wine and Spirit Awards. Rum Bar Gold also excelled in 2011, winning silver medals in 2 different categories in the Spirit Business Awards, and picked up the highest medal, a double gold, at the 2015 China Wine and Spirits Awards. Rum Bar Rum Cream won a gold medal in the Spirit Business 2015 Rum Masters competition in the liquor category and picked up a double gold at the China Wine and Spirits Awards in 2015. All rums are clearly not created equal, so why should you settle for less than the best? Choose the brand with a heritage and history of reliability, efficiency of production, high standards and quality control. Best of all, a great taste that remains pleasant long after the drinking is done. Choose the brands from the Worthy Park Estate line, offering some of the best rum the island has to offer. They are true ambassadors of Jamaican spirits.